Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another stream, the first stream in my new house. I've got 6 tables left, so I thought I would, I thought I'd play a session and then fire up the stream later once I got down to like 5 or 6 tables. And I just realised for some reason the webcam has gone off on here. Let's see if we can fix all of this. Okay, webcam looks fine on all of them. So I've got 6 tables, but only 5 hotkeys. So I've got the WCOOP 53 low, $55 6 max turbo freeze out. It's on this screen, but it's not any of the 5 hotkeys. So let me just, I'll talk you through what's going on here. So we've got the GG Daily Masters, $25, nothing really happening in this one. 478 of 615. Still a long way to go. WCOOP 49 low, we just got super lucky. 10s against queens all in pre and hit quads, which was very nice. I'll show you that in a bit. Here we're very close to the bubble. This hand is going to be good enough to shove. We're in the 109 here, WCOOP 49M, hoping to get folds, to be honest, on the bubble. We're pretty unfortunate to run into something, but if we do, hope it's not ace king or a big pair. Okay, pretty nice to get that one through. There's 8 left to the money in this one. WCOOP 51, we've got a couple of bounties, but nothing too major going on. We'll have a look at this hand because we're probably going to play it. He shoves, that would be great because we can win his bounty. Okay, well, we'll stick with this one then. He's got King Jack. It's not a great start. 10, we need a 10. There's a 10. And down here we're playing the 215 version of that 22 that we just won a bounty in, and we have less than starting stack. We absolutely killed it in like the first hour. We were, I'd like 2x starting stack, and then absolutely no idea what happened because now I've got 80k and not 200. So yeah, not sure, honestly, not sure. Well, I'll tell you what I did. I just didn't win a hand. That kind of thing happens. It's going to call here. Nothing really else to say. Might have the best hand. It's weird to see him lead. This guy calls. Yeah, I think we have a pretty easy fold now. See Decky in the chat. Shout out to you. So 4 left to the money here. Got 12 big blinds and a dream. Up here I raise pre, check this flop. Was probably going to give up, but now I'm going to bet, and I'm going to bet pretty big and then jam river. Looking for a club mainly. So yeah, things going really well in the $11 and yeah, semi well in the 109. I mean, we're approaching the money, can't be too bad to get the money. How many players started this one? 3,200 players started, so and then the other WCOOPs. I mean, there's the one that you guys can't see. Let's go for a small bet here. Just fold out a lot of hands. I tried to bluff and failed miserably. Okay, well, it's pretty much a blank here. So we want some bluffs, and having a heart in our hand is nice. Means I can bluff some hearts. It's a pretty bad run out. I don't think I'm going to continue here. He probably just has a lot of ace-x or like 6x with a heart. 6x of hearts, 7x of hearts. I'm just going to give up. He has an ace. Like, yeah, it's fine. Would have been a good or a tough spot for him, I think, if a heart rolls off on the river. UK Mac 1 says good luck, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Oh, mic static is bad. Okay, well, that'll be the new, well, not the new, the old interface problem. So I'm going to fix that for you guys now. Okay, so the thing is I have absolutely no idea until that's unfortunate. Not sure King Queen's a call there, but nice hand to him. I have absolutely no idea whether the audio is fixed, right? So we'll see. Dan Rambo says, "Hi Gareth, where's the hat?" The hat is in a box somewhere. This is oh, you can't even see this. Let me pull it in so you can see it. Got this spot in there, 55 turbo. He just checked jams. I think he's got a lot of flush draws, and yeah. Okay, well, it's a lot to fade. It's a good start. We'll take it. So to pull that one back out. So as I said, we were saying before, we got 6 tables. Okay, well we may be in the money here in the 109. Yeah, the smallest stack is 0, so I think we can safely change this felt color to red. So in the money in both the vanillas. I'll just show you this. We're all in here with ace king off. We just get folds. We had like less than a big blind. We've spun it up a little bit. I don't know what happened in the last hand. I feel like the mic. So there's no like. So on OBS there's no like thing. So we should be okay. Fingers crossed. I might do an intro again, but I'm going to wait until you've told me that the audio is fine before I start. Right. Yeah, audio should be fine. Should be fine now. We'll see. Well, I just decided to get it in with 10-8 here with 2 big blinds. This guy limped. So we could get a quadruple, well, more than a quadruple up here. It's a good start. I think we just need to fade like a jack and club and some straight outs, and we should be good. And that's obviously, oh, that's a great river. Absolutely splendid river. Shout out to Don't Do It. Lee, how's it going? Nice to see you. Okay, the audio looks like it's fixed, so I might just do the... might just do the intro again, but it means that... Oh no, you haven't seen the quads hand yet. It was pretty epic. So let's do the intro again now that the audio is working. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another stream. I am hatless because it's in a box somewhere. We've just moved house, and you can see behind me is like a brand new room, so that's pretty exciting. We are in 6 tournaments right now. One of them is not available for you to watch because I haven't set a hotkey up for it. It's the $55 6 max turbo freeze out. But what we do have is the GG Masters Daily 25. We've got the WCOOP 49 low 11. We're on the money, and we just absolutely killed somebody with 10s versus queens. Flop game 10-10x. I'll show you that one in a minute. It's pretty fun. We're in the money in the 109 WCOOP as well. So I'm going to call here and probably just check fold. We're in WCOOP 22. We've got more than 2 bounties, whatever that is. I can't even remember. $17.50 in bounties in this 22, so almost free rolling. And then we're also in the 215, and we started off really well in that one. We got up to like 200k, maybe even more. Had a huge stack, and like nothing happened. For we just I mean, I'm probably be able to show you. I don't know what the graph looks like. Yeah. If I can show you here. So this is my tournament. So did really well. Didn't win any bounties, but still had 2x starting stack, and then just lost loads. And then I can't even remember what happened here. Must have won a hand. Ace 5 off. Gonna fold. Yeah, so I mean, nothing really happening in the 215. But yeah, got 2 in the money and some bounties in the 22, and a tiny stack here in the GG Masters Daily 25. Not going to register anymore. I do, as I said, I have the 55 6 max WCOOP off screen as well. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. I wanted to stream once a week during WCOOP, but I also wanted to play some decent volume today. So I thought, what's the best way to do that? And the answer is to play a session, and then when you come towards the end of the session, so like I had 6 tables left, is to fire up the stream. Sounds so simple. Opening Jack 10 suited here, so 597 left. I mean, this started with, must have been with heaps. $11, 11,000 players, and we're down to the last 597. Just going to check here. Let's go down here. So limped pot, went check, and we check all the small bet on the turn, and hoping for a check. He's got like 8 or a 6 maybe. No, I mean, I could check jam here. It's not a great sizing from him. Not sure, like what is this sizing all about? He's not going to bet this sizing with an 8 or a 6. I don't think it's a sizing he uses as a bluff. I think he bets bigger, trying to get me to fold an 8 or a 6. So I don't think this is a bluff. I think it's often going to be value. So Alright, 7-6, gonna fold. Let's see who's in the chat. Can't remember how to do this. Users in chat. Here we go. Alex Malix NL even. Alfred Hitchco, not Hitchcock. Shout out to you. Let's go up to the 109. I mean, we just need a spin now. We have 9 bigs. We're in the money. And yeah, that's it really. Who else? Don't do it. Lee, how you doing? Dan, Rambo, Fasteb, Jack Rag, how's it going? JJ Rowe, how's it going? Sabs, Stefan's Mr. Discount, and UK Mac. Nice to see you all, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm going to call this off, I think. Well, do we want to? I mean, we're not that far away from the money, but yeah, I'm going to fold actually. That might be a call. I would just sooner be the shover than the caller at this point. 215 down here. I'm going to defend. Nothing has really happened. In this 215. Hoping for a small bet here. And then a 5 of hearts on the turn. Well, I think we can call. If he'd gone slightly big, I mean, this is fairly big for 11 bigs, or an SPR of about 2. Wow. All right. Well, we're gonna either bust or double here, I think. I'm going to check once more. Okay, well, not quite double. We're up to 18 bigs. Just still less than starting stack. Could have definitely bet that river, but I think it's a great card that he's potentially gonna bluff. Let's see what he actually had. Well, he actually had an ace. All right, fair enough. So we got lucky. Well, lucky on the flop. Lucky on the turn. Unlucky that he didn't bet the river. So is this the spot to spin? No. Okay, in the 22, we cover this guy. I'm just going to check. We open, he's called. We're going to check. Check call. We're going to go up here to the 109, see if we can get spin. So in the Queen 9 suited hand, the guy had flatted ace 3 off in position. Poker is not dead. He's going to get the fun player tag. So we got that one through with the King Queen off. We're going to see if we can get a spin here. I'm going to make it 3.5 to make it look like a really massive raise. And get it through. Works a treat. And now the queens. Might just rip these. Okay. Some hands everywhere. I'm going to rip queens. We'll come back to it if anything exciting happens. And we're going to rip king queen off here. Hoping for king jack off to call. Okay, well, he doesn't. Let's go back to the queens. We have been called by 5s. Come on, hold. Not a good start. Take a 4 or a queen, dealer. 4 or a queen. Nope. Okay, let's see if queens over here can do us a little bit better. We're out of the daily masters. All right, we are all in. We've been called by 8. Let's see how we do. That's a much better start. He doesn't have a spade, so he is drawing dead. And we've spun it up in the 109, which is excellent news. And we'll be folding 3s versus this jam. I brought the 55 in now, so this might be the only hand we play in it. Well, that you can see. So we're going to be jamming ace-jack off. Make it look nice for you guys, even if it is just one hand. We've been called by ace-king. Let's get there. Jack on the turn. Jack. Okay. Well, that was short and sweet. We are out of the 55. Okay, well, we went from 6 about half an hour ago to 4. So we are well inside the money in 49 low, $11. We are in the money and just doubled up. Loving life in the 109 and in the money in this one as well. So yeah. We're in the 22 and I thought late reg ends in 1 minute. If we get jammed on here, we are snapping him off. And we're also in WCOOP, the 215. So basically we're in the 4 WCOOPs. We're not in the turbo. Nothing went right in that one. He with ace 10, I feel like he can just check jam quite a lot, check raise here. So I'm going to check back and bink a 10 of hearts. Guessing game's not going well today. Alwyn I'd probably absolutely butchered that on YouTube, says, hello, Gareth. How's it going? Sticky Fish as well. Hi, good luck, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks for being here. So streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, guys. I feel like we just have enough showdown value. We don't have to bet here. We can still win. Yeah, when it goes check on the river. Our hand is too good to turn into a bluff, and I'm just going to fold against the bet here. All right. Fuzzy Ferret says, good evening, Gaz. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Great to see you. King 7 off here, don't think is a jam. Like I say, don't think, like obviously it's not for chips, but this is a bounty. We have 72% of a starting stack. I still don't think it's a jam. Let me know in the chat though, if you think it is. So we asked for the spin in the 109 and we got it. Queens versus 8s. And so all we need to do really is just ask for the spin in the 215. ISOing there with a really bad hand because #balance. Yeah, blind versus blind. You can raise garbage hands like that. Hands that you just don't want to, like if you get 3 that you can just mark. But also you don't, you can get some better hands to fold and you don't block too many of his limps. So he's going to fold a lot of 2x in the first place, right? So ace 2 soft seems to be a pretty good one. Feels weird without the hat. Somebody asked about it earlier on. Blind Guy 789 raided with a pie of 49. Shout out to Blind Guy 789. Absolutely stellar. Appreciate that a lot. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe and check out Blind Guy's stream. Absolute superb content. In the 109, we defend 8-7 suited here, hoping for a small bet, and we can continue. We have a pair and a gut shot. We have improved to a straight We lose, well, we lose to king queen. I feel like king queen just bets the flop though. Gonna go with a bet. And he just folds. All right, fair enough. Knappen, how's it going? Says LFG. Good luck. Appreciate that. So if you are late to the stream today, guys, brand new office. We've moved house. Moved house last Friday, and it was a bit stressful, to be honest. But got the most important room sorted, which is the office. Yeah, so I've just got this really nice big space. Even got my piano back in here. I don't know if you can see it. There's enough space for that now. So yeah, really, really loving it. It's just like loads more room. Loads more room. The lighting's not very good in here. I haven't sorted the lighting out yet. So literally I just have this bulb above me. King Jack. I might just fold, honestly. One nit. Might not fold this one though. I can't see why I would fold this. So if we 3-bet, we can get, say, king queen to fold. We could get like ace jack off, ace 10 to fold. I think flatting is quite nice as well. Maybe we 3-bet. Yeah, I feel like you know, the RNG is telling us let's 3-bet. So obviously we just blindly follow the RNG and get immediately punished. Obviously those hands are really nice to flat in position, but I think you can 3-bet them a little bit at a time. I'm not upset I got jammed on. Oh, we got a chance for a bounty down here. Come on then, let's see if we can win a bounty. Somehow we are slightly behind. We're dead. Okay, back up here, ace 10, gonna go, I think, small bet on the flop. So he's going to call with, you know, he's going to have some like queen jack, queen 9, stuff like that. He can have a weaker 10, he can have a weaker 5. We just have showdown value here. I think turns like, yeah, we have showdown value. I think if we had a weaker hand than this, we could bet. And if we have a stronger hand than this, we can bet. But this hand just wants to check. He's going to check a lot of 10x and 5x now. He decides to block. I think the problem is he can block like, can he block like a queen? I'm not sure he actually can. So MDF here, like minimum defense frequency, is 76% based on his bet size. But this run out, I think, is slightly better for him than it is for me. So which means that we don't have to get close to this number. But if you think like, what's he bluffing now, right? So like queen 9, well, that's, you know, better than our hand. He literally has to be taking this size with a 5, and I just can't ever see that happening. But I'm going to mark it because I think it is worth having a quick look. Yeah, just make sure that turn, you know, my idea there was that the hand wasn't good enough to bet the turn again. I think it could be if it wasn't a queen, if it was like, if it was a blank, you know, we still get value from some 10x and draws and stuff like that. But yeah, not in that spot. Just going to go really small here. He has a lot of auto folds. That's what we're trying to fold out here. He check raises. I think if I had king 10 off with a diamond, I would call, but we just have to fold. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one, guys, because maybe you guys think that we should you know, go for it. This is really close. This guy can definitely jam worse, right? Ace 10, he can jam king jack, queen jack suited, stuff like that. And if we reshove, this guy's got to call a little bit tighter. So I'm not sure if he necessarily does go with ace queen, so we could potentially get ace queen off to fold as well. I think it's a pretty decent spot. Let's see what happens. He might even fold some pairs as well. Okay, we're flipping against 9s. Let's see what happens. Ooh, it's a pretty tasty river card. I'm not going to lie, we have definitely run well in this tournament. So we got earlier on, just before I fired up the stream actually, it was like 40-ish big blinds effective. This guy opened, this guy called. I had 10s on the button, I squeezed. Under the gun jams. Well, I'm not sure if it was this under the gun, but he jammed. I called, like, reluctantly called with tens, which might even be a fold in the $11, honestly. Like, is he going to find the light 4-bet jams with hands? No, basically he's not. But anyway, I was like, so I called. He had queens, flop 10-10x, and yeah, we doubled up to have a massive stack, which was nice. I should get a keytar. What's a keytar? Is that like a keyboard and a guitar in one? Like, it's like this, like a bass, but a keyboard and a guitar. I have guitars here, like surrounded by guitars and other instruments, and there's a piano there, but So if you just joined, guys, we've just got 4 tables left now. I started playing today about I'm trying to think, like, what time? I think it was about 6 o'clock. So I fired up. I can't even remember how many tournaments I played, but once I got down to about 6, I thought, do you know what? I am going to fire up the stream because I want to be consistent in streaming once a week during WCOOP. Jack 6 going to be a fold. Excuse me, voice going. Haven't done this much talking for a while. So yeah, here we go. We've got 4 tables left. We're going to play it out. We're going to see how it goes. Last time I streamed, finished 10th in the Bounty Builder 109. Let's do a quick round the grounds. We've got the $11, we've got the 109 WCOOP, we've got the 22 WCOOP, and we've got the 215 WCOOP. We are short in 3 of them, so anything could happen. A6 is going to be a fold. Ed on YouTube says, evening, guys. Good luck, good luck. Appreciate that, Ed. Thanks for being here. So, with 4 tables, not a lot of action right now. If anyone's got any questions, fire them into the chat. Very happy to answer some questions. All right, as we say that, get a hand. Okay, gonna go for raise. If we get 3-bet, we're gonna jam. We'll just take it down. How long left? So there's still 2 hours and 44 minutes of day 1. I'm going to defend here. And brick. Never mind. Pretty easy decision here. I'm gonna fold. If it had folded to us here, obviously we would jam with an ace. Problem now, obviously, we're going to get called by any 2 cards, so we want to go. We can go wider, higher card heavy, if that makes sense. The reason why we're going to get called by any 2 cards is because it's a bounty tournament and we have 40% of a starting stack. So it's, you know, they don't need much incentive, really. 2.5x here. This guy seems to be fairly loose. Don't know why he's 2.5xing it. He is covered by this guy, so maybe that's why it makes the 3-bet more expensive. But we're going to be all in. We're 600-ish plus away from the money. He should call us with any 2 cards here for similar reasons to the other one. Okay, this is great news. Domination Nation. Ooh, ouch. Out of the 22. So 3 left, guys. It could be a short stream. We are short. We're shorting 2. So we've got 45 bigs in the $11. We've got 14 bigs in the 109. And we've got 7 or 6.8 bigs in the 215. Okay, got the ochos here. Probably just going to flat. Not a great board for our range. He's obviously got all the strong hands here. We don't have that many. We could flat aces and kings, but we're never going to have ace king. Strange to see him check. We'll check and see what happens. Okay, so the only way we win this hand is if he has like 7s, 6s, 5s. Okay, well, nice hand. Right, let's put all the energy into this 2-1-5, see if we can find a hand to jam. So Decky says that he thinks we should critique the Queen hand that he sent on Discord. That is it's a fun hand. I'm not sure I can explain what's going on though. Okay, defending here. Going to check call. Yeah, just gonna check call. Great card for him, obviously, to bet again. We block some bluffs, like he could bet 10-8 here, he could bet Jack-8 here. So having the 8 I don't think is going to be very good, and so I think we just have to fold. Maybe we're supposed to continue like 5-4, 4-3, where it just, you know, unblocks his bluffs, but yeah, just it's one of those spots where it's just a much better run out, right? The turn card was just much better for him. There's not a lot we can do about it. You know. When we call flop, I mean, maybe it's not a board that he bets all the time, but the equities are going to get a lot closer together, and maybe we're even slightly ahead. But then on the queen, it shifts back in his favor because we don't really float with too many queen X. Steaming Iron says, hey, good luck. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, thank you. Malcolm Clark on YouTube says, good luck. Appreciate that, Malcolm. Thanks for being here. So streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. The YouTube and the Twitch. Come on. We've got to get some hands soon in this 2-1-5. If you watch the last stream, we were absolutely card dead at the end of the Bounty Builder 109. Not a lot you can do about being card dead. And I think the worst thing you can do is try and force it and be like, okay, well, I haven't played a hand. And I remember seeing this video once and it said that if you were really tight, people would respect your raise. So you should just raise any 2 cards, right? I think it's a load of old, I think it's absolute bollocks, honestly. So you don't want to be doing that. But sometimes that's just the way it's going to go, right? There's nothing you can do. So let's not cry about it. I'm going to block here. We can get called by worse. And I'm going to, I might go big. Oh, we actually have a more important spot over here. We're going to shove 7s, hope for a spin. We'll come back to the 9-6 hand once we've sweated this. Oh no, that's not good news. Oh, it is good news. 7. Oh, get there. 6 or 7. Okay, GG in the 109. Here I'm actually going to go big because I think we have the best hand. Like he's supposed to check back some 6x, right? Pre on the flop, but really he's going to have a 5 or he's going to have an ace or something like that. So I think that we just have the best hand a lot of the time. All right, so we continue to chip up in the $11. We're out of the 109, sadly. Not sure how much we cashed for, something like $250. We are in the 215, but this is the level of hands we're getting, guys. So might just be a spot where we end up blinding out. I remember seeing in the forums or Facebook groups, it's like, well, you can't just blind out. You have to take a stance at some point. And it's like, yeah, but you can't just shove 4 deuce with 6 bigs in a bounty tournament when you're always getting called, right? So yeah, that's sometimes you get a bit of nonsense in forums and Facebook groups. Not in my Facebook group though, which is excellent. You should definitely join my Facebook group. I can't remember if there's a command on Twitch, but basically just go to facebook.com/groups/poker profits and join my tournament poker group. All right, King 3, going to be a fold. This guy's already gone to the toilet, hasn't he? He's not realised he's still in their hand. He's already gone for the break. We're going to be waiting here for another 45 seconds. And then we get to play this hand. Oh no, he folded. What was he doing? Let's see if anyone else has snap folded to go to the toilet on the break. Oh, well, this guy hasn't. Punished. Right, that's going to be the break, guys. I will be back in a few moments. All right, guys, we're back. Realised I didn't have the stream labels on, so we didn't even get notified. Well, I saw when Blind Guy hosted us. We're going to defend here. We're hoping for a little piece. That is not a little piece. It's probably the worst piece. Can't even. There's not even 2 diamonds out there. So we're going to check fold. I'm going to go through the small blind. Then we're going to have 3 bigs and. Okay, how's the 3 big blind jamming ranges? That's the question. Ed on YouTube says that the Decky's queen hand doesn't need an explanation. Decky got owned. So I don't, seeing that, I don't know if maybe I've misread the hand. I thought that the guy just three bet the river and Decky called. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, just going to check the flop and fold. Pretty simple. If you just joined the stream, welcome. Got 2 tables left. Haven't been streaming for very long this evening. In fact, 53 minutes. Started with 6 tables. Obviously, I've been playing since 6 o'clock. So I was down to 6 tables at about 9 o'clock. And it's now 10 o'clock. And we are down to 2 tables. I say 2. We're deep in the $11, 400 left. And this started with 11,000 players. We've kind of got like 1.1 because we have 3 bigs left in this 215. And yeah. Okay, defend 6 deuce. Small bet we call. Big bet we probably fold. If you bet again on the turn, then this hand is probably a mix between call and fold. It's nice having a deuce because I don't think he's going to bluff with the deuce. He doesn't have that many deuce X hands anyway. So now we want to know, can we block with a 6? You know, block a 6. Obviously bet big with a king. Maybe block a 9 and we check a 6. That makes the most sense to me. So it goes check, check, and we win. What did he have? Ace high. So what point do we go for it? If someone calls here, I might call. And I know this sounds crazy. No one called. I suppose we're always... Someone's got to overcall. I just think that with only 2 bigs, we have a chance to like quadruple up. So I'm actually going to get it in here. This isn't being impatient, guys. You know, like obviously we haven't had any hands, so there's not a lot we can do. But I think that this is going to be fine. I'll run it later. If it's not fine, it could be terrible. But I think we're going to get called, and therefore it's okay to get it in. Maybe it's even just a call for chips. I prefer it to be like a min raise, and then we get it in, and then obviously other people would call. Come on, the big blind, you got to call. Yes, brilliant. Okay, well now I just need to hit a... We're out. And GG. Yeah, that was just how that tournament was going to go, right? It's not a lot you can do with no hands. We face a jam here. We're going to fold. So yeah, I mean, I would say not lots happened really on the stream. We have 1 table left, the $11, which is the lowest buy-in of the day. No disrespect to $11, because if we look and see what's up top, 14 grand. All right, so absolutely gonna fight to the death in this one, and we have a nice stack as well, which is great. So, but we're going to be one tabling for the rest of the stream, an hour in. So not ideal, but this is it, guys. This is what we're working with. Queen and half, going to fold. It's getting warm in here, so let's show off the logo. Bit of branding, never hurt anybody. Eight four off, going to be an easy fold. So a name on YouTube that I'll never be able to pronounce says, "Hi Gaz, nice to see you back live. You just busted 2 tournaments losing by bigger stacks. Looks like they are favored by poker softwares most of the times. What is your thought about this?" I do not believe that poker is rigged in favor of bigger stacks. It's just not true. I can't even remember the hands. We got, what was it, ace queen against king queen, and we lost. Can't remember the others. So yeah, it's definitely not true. Like there's no way that happens. So that's my thought on that. But thanks for your question. I think it's something that a decent number of people believe, that poker's rigged or it's rigged in the favor of big stacks. Like that's just not the case. Like this guy's the big stack, right? And he lost. So if your theory is correct, then he should have lost, right? Or sorry, the big stack should have won, basically. So yeah, I don't believe it's a thing. You know, if you see the thing with the human brain is that it tries to find patterns, right? And so let's say that you, as the covered stack, bust 5 tournaments with the best hand. Like that's just going to happen in tournaments. Like there's nothing untoward about it. But if you get it in your head that that's what's going on, then of course when it happens, you're going to go, see, like the poker sites favor the bigger stacks, even though you had the best hand. Like that's yeah. That's just the brain. That's just the weird way that the brain works to try to find patterns, trying to make sense of it all, right? That's all that is. So you have to fight against that as a poker player and just continue to make great decisions and never believe that, you know, the poker site's going to be against you. So I just tried this little refresh button on Streamlabs. So I'm going to refresh Blind Guy's raid on us. I don't know what happens on a raid. I don't stream enough to know this, but I just want to see what happens when I refresh it. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So we did shout out Blind Guy 789. So if you haven't already checked out his stream, definitely check out his stream. Does some really good stuff with DTO, and yeah, I think it's really cool what he's doing. So definitely check him out. But if you have just joined the stream now, I just refreshed that because we missed it earlier because we didn't have Streamlabs stream labels open. Decky says, don't forget about the phase tourneys. So funny story about the phase tourneys. I made it through in the $5 with like 2.5 bigs. So yeah, let's try and we can play there. Let's see what other ones there are. I'm gonna fold Jack 3. There's a $22 that starts in 17 minutes, so we'll get in that one. We are already embarrassingly through in the 550. I'm just going to limp here. Sab says, when are your hats going on sale? Well, here's the thing, Sabs. We had a merchandise store, and the hat and the t-shirts, these t-shirts like this one, and hoodies, things like that, they were available for several months on the merchandise store, and they are no longer available. So yeah, if there is enough demand, then we can open up the merchandise store again. But for now, there's no merchandise store. Last exit, Bogner says, what's the info bottom left? So we've got an RNG, which is a random number generator, MDF, which is minimum defense frequency. So just make sure that you're not overfolding too much, but there's more to it than that. Call odds, how much it costs, like what the odds are that you need to call. And then flop and turn are geometric bet sizes, so percentage of the pot and the bet size in big blinds. $361 left out of 11,000 players. 14,000 up top. We have locked up $30.62. Dan Harris says, can I download your HUD anywhere? Well, you could join the group coaching program and I will send it to you for free. Ed Latter, show off the guns from the PT mate and the logo. I don't think there's not much in the way of guns happening just yet. I did my first assessment though on Monday. Let me tell you a story. So this assessment was various things. I have to remind myself exactly what it is. The first one was a plank, and so you just normal plank on elbows and feet, not on knees. You do a proper plank, and you just go for as long as you can. So I didn't hit my record for that, and I said, we done some shoulder stuff before that. So I said I'll do it again later. Like I feel like I can beat my PB, no problem. And then there was some other stuff. Oh, we had to do 500-meter row. So I smashed that, set a PB on that, which is great. Then press ups. So I ended up smashing the record, like my PB on the press ups as well, but only because last time I sucked at press ups. My arms felt like lead. So I won't give you the numbers because I don't want to embarrass myself. But anyway, I smashed that. And then it came, so I did the plank again and I smashed my PB on that one. And then it came to the Airdyne bike. Now, I don't know if anybody knows about this bike. It has to be the most disgusting bit of kit that exists in a gym. Like every time I use it, it kills me. It actually kills me. So went on this. I don't mind telling you numbers for this because I don't think it's even that good what I ended up getting. But so it's basically you want to see what your max calorie burn is in 60 seconds. Now, when I first went on this bike, I obviously took it easy because I didn't know much about it, and it was horrible. Anyway, first time on the bike, I think like 19 calories in 60 seconds, which is like nothing. So this time I was like, well, I'm definitely going to beat that. And got on the bike, and I got to 19 in like 29 seconds. So I had like 31 seconds. I was like, well, I'm definitely going to beat it. And I got to like 45 seconds. And my legs were like, I'm just really slow at this point. I'm really trying to gun it, but my legs have gone. And in the end, I ended up getting 32, which, you know, was a considerable improvement. And I think that, like, I'm saying like, oh, I don't think these numbers are any good, but really it's just based on where you were, right? So my numbers, I was at 19 and now I'm at 32, and that's a huge improvement, right? So I should be really happy about that. So I come off the bike and I can barely walk. My legs are like jelly, and I just like sit on the floor trying to like gain some sort of composure. And I'm the PT's there, right? So he's like scoring all of this, doing the assessment and stuff. And he's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Well, I don't feel too well. I feel a bit sick, to be honest." And he said, "All right, we'll just take your time." And then like 10 minutes later, he was like, "Okay, well we won't do any more today. Like we'll round it out with those assessments. They were really good. You smashed it. Really well done. Super. Let's go and get some fresh air." So we stood up, went to get some fresh air. And then went past the toilet, and he said, "Do you think you're going to be all right?" And I said no. And I wasn't all right. I clearly had gone way too hard on this bike, and proceeded to see my lunch again in the toilet, thankfully. So yeah, that's my experience of having a PT. And I came out, and he said he felt really bad because I don't know if maybe most people don't spew during a PT session, but the other thing was that because it was on Monday, right? So I'd had a late night. I think I finished at like 3 a.m. because I final tabled the 5250 bounty on GG. I came fifth in that for like 4.5, something like that. So I went to bed at like 3 a.m., maybe 3:30, and then my girlfriend got up super early to go to the gym for some reason. And so she woke me up, right? So well, it's not her fault. She got up to go to the gym. And then so I slept from 3:30 till 7, and then just couldn't get back to sleep. So I'd had 3.5 hours sleep, and then went and tried to boss the PT session, right? And yeah, wasn't very well. So yeah, that's how the PT sessions are going. I'm smashing my PBs, but being sick in the process. That's a nice one to win. Back to 42, 43 big blinds. $337 left. We are 251st. Well, we're not even... Nah, how are we 251st with 42 big blinds? Okay, we're up to 176th now. So I just got a message, a whisper on Twitch, and it says, "Not sure you've realised after your hours of streaming, but you forgot to put your cap on, and now everyone knows your identity." Like Clark Kent. It's exactly like Clark Kent. When he takes his glasses off, he like obviously looks like exactly the same person. But no, shout out. I don't know if you wanted me to let everyone know that it was you who messaged, but it's funny. I need to get my haircut at some point as well. I had a few lockdown haircuts. The first one was horrendous. So my girlfriend tried to like do short back and sides, and I ended up looking like a monk. So we just shaved it off. And then I've just continued to shave it off. It's just easier to manage. But yeah, normally wear a cap. But I can't wear the cap today because I don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere in the house. Derry Stokes says, "Hi mate, I wish you good luck in poker as always. I've noticed you're very passive. Is that something you have always done, like even in position you fold to any bet, even with 2 overcards?" Give me an example, because I'm not aware that I've folded that much. Multi-way pots will be different. It's supposed to fold more frequently in multi-way pots, especially not closing the action. I mean, passive is, like, if I call there, that's passive, right? So folding is, I mean, I guess that could be classed as passive, but I'm doing my best not to be defensive right now. But unless you give me an example of a spot, like, I don't know how long you've been watching for, but probably not long enough to be able to say that, oh yeah, you're pretty passive. You go on to say, also, I noticed you fold Jack 3 off for 1 big blind. That's definitely a defend in GTO, and I'm sure you're aware of that. The guy raised from like high Jack or low Jack for a min raise. I don't think Jack 3 off is a defend there. If it is, it's a leak in my game, right? And I appreciate you for pointing it out. But yeah, I'm unlikely to make a fold, like an incorrect fold, unless it's like a knowledge thing, right? So if I don't know that, then I'm definitely not going to pass on a spot that I know is profitable. Hopefully that answers your question. Appreciate your thoughts and comments. Probably a little bit too quick to like judge though. As I said, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I've hardly played any hands. So yeah, don't know how you've deduced that I'm. Let's look at it again. You're very passive. Very passive. Wow, how did all the chips not go in this hand? Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm going to defend here. I'm going to check fold, probably. I'd sooner continue here with like, I mean, it is a rainbow board versus a small bet, but the EV on a call here is just not going to be that good. D Chronic Chrono Kiev says, "Good luck, bro. Could you give us specifics of your tracker info?" So we've got name, hands, VPIP, preflop raise, 3-bet, super nitty, fold to 3-bet, fold to steal. Wow, that's a lot. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, I mean, so yeah, 7 out of 7 folds in the small blind. Probably just haven't had a hand. Cold call 6, float flop, which is bet when check 2, c-bet, flop, fold to c-bet on the flop, check raise, c-bet turn, fold to turn c-bet, raise from the small blind, fold big blind versus small blind raise versus a small blind limper, raise from the cutoff, and raise first in from the button. Well, this number looks way too big, right? But it's only 3 of 4. Okay, question on YouTube from Derry says, also, why do you only open 2x? Well, 30 big blinds, we don't need to open more than 2x. I'm very happy to min raise. You know, we can get jammed on and we can save ourselves, 0.1, 0.2 big blinds. And yeah, I mean, once we get to 40 bigs effective, we can make it 2.3x. Once we get to 75, we can make it 2.5x, but min raising is absolutely fine. You think about like why you raise preflop in the first place, right? Why you raise bigger deep and less or smaller when shallow. It's because you don't need to raise that big once you're at 30 bigs to get all the chips in by the river. If you min raise at 100 big blinds, it's much, much tougher to get all in by the river. So the bigger you raise pre, the bigger the pot will be by the river. But you certainly don't need to make it 2.5x or anything like that off 30 bigs. Decky on Twitch says, Reg, the 10k 8 game. No. How about no? Okay. Derry says he's only been watching 20 minutes, but has deduced that I'm very passive in those 20 minutes. Fair enough. If you just joined us, we have one table left. And it's the WCOOP $11 with 309 left out of 11,000 runners. Sadly, this is the only tournament we have left. We played some others today. And cashed the 109 version of this. So the WCOOP 49 medium. Shout out to Ubsda72 for the follow. And we played loads of other tournaments before the stream started. I started the stream with 6 tables, and sadly, within an hour, we were down to 2 or 1.5 because we had like 3 bigs in the 215, and busted that pretty quickly. So here we are. We have been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. We have 1 table left. We have 30 bigs, 300 left in WCOOP 49 low with $14,000 for first. Now, for an $11 tournament, that's pretty nice. So Daniel on YouTube says, pretty sure 4 hands is a reasonable sample size. Love it. There's some other stuff that's come through which is going to be hidden by YouTube, but I agree. So if you wrote a comment that hasn't been shown up, then I agree with you. And then Derry's back, says, take the very out of it. Lol, you're definitely a decent player. I've been watching your videos for a long time. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that, and appreciate you watching the videos. Hope the content, hope you find that useful. I don't even think of the hand. Like, there was an ace-jack hand where I just check folded. Like, maybe it was that one. I don't know. Decky says there's some decent overlay in the 10k 8 game. It's a shame but I don't really know enough of the 8 games to play. The PLO and the Hold'em might be all right, but if it's limit Hold'em, I don't know if so. There must be some no limit Hold'em. Is there no limit and limit in 8 game? I don't even know. Right, I'm going to reg the 22 phase as well. If you've just joined the stream, I already made it through in the 550 phase, but I have about 2.5 bigs for day 2. So, yeah. Probably because I was playing too passive. Ooh, here we go. Here's a hand. Hoping for some more action, because if I 3-bet out of the big blind versus an early position open, it looks super strong and people fold too much because it's a severely underbluffed spot. And yeah, so we hope that he has something. We could flat instead, but I think he's just going to fold a lot unless he has a hand and he's going to jam. But like, yeah, that's it really. Yeah, I think that's going to happen like quite a lot because I think it's just a severely underbluffed spot. But I mean, I don't think I really want to flat 30 bigs deep. I think we just 3-bet and get it in. Alright, 7-6 off, gonna be fold. So 299 left. We've locked up $33.74. That'll go some way to paying off the mortgage. Okay, here we go. Play this one. And one last question from Derry Stokes says, I've got one last question. Lol, what's your bankroll looking like at the moment? Probably considerably bigger than yours. Okay, well, we're not going to play fours because it's gone raise and 3-bet. And one of the biggest mistakes you can make is cold calling 3-bets out of position. So we don't want to be doing that. King 6, I am... Actually, I think you can raise this hand. RNG says raise, so obviously we're just going to go raise. King Deuce, King 3, King 4, stuff like that. It'll be more of a limp. Yeah, we can get some... We get better hands to fold. We like no ace folds, but yeah, King 7 off, King 8 off. Potentially. Decky says limit only, max pain. I mean, Sounds awful. So I need to work out what the 8 game games are. Let's see. Right. Force ha. So limit deuce to 7 triple draw. So deuce to 7. I don't play any of these mixed games, by the way, but deuce to 7. I'm trying to work it out. So deuce 3, 4, 5, 7. Is that the best hand in deuce to 7? So you don't want to make a straight. I think that's right. Limit Hold'em, limit Omaha 8 or better, high low. No idea. Raz, limit 7 card stud, limit stud 8 or better, high low. Oh no, there is no limit Hold'em. Well, so it says here, and then pot limit Omaha as well. So, okay, so this was apparently the hand where I played too passively, guys. So I'd like some feedback from the rest of the chat. We open Queen Jack suited, button calls, big blind calls, flop comes 8-4 deuce, rainbow, no spades. We check. The guy bets 2/3 pot, and we fold. Now, I don't like the word standard, but I don't think this is ever going to be a continue. Like, the guy bets 2/3 pot into 2 players. We close the action, but we don't have, we basically don't have anything. So I can't ever see how this would be a continue. But yeah, or like make you think that we're gonna end up playing really passive. But all right, give me some feedback, guys, on that hand. I feel like some of you might troll me now and say it was obviously a call. Who just followed there? Zimadine, like Zimadine Zidane. Just followed, so shout out to you for the follow. We're at 2,791 followers. Ace Queen off here. I'm going to 3-bet fold. 276 left. Approaching the pay jump actually, but I mean, I am not really worried about that. Don't really love a shove here. Like, his range has to be really strong. I would fold, I think. Yes, okay, we're getting an insane price, but nah. Get that one through. We'll take it. Let's go down to this one. I'm just going to flat ace queen suited this time. Bit deeper. You can 3-bet though, if you want as well. All right, so if we check, we can't get better hands to fold, right? Sorry, if we bet, we can't get better hands to fold. So if we bet, we're looking to bet for value. All right, so Now we chop with a lot of ace-x. We could get some value from some flush draws. But I'm going to check again. So he could definitely have some 6x here, which is not ideal, of course. But we're not going to fold. Spades get there, but some of his spades will bet flop. You know, if he has like Jack 10 of spades, he can get some Queen high and King highs to fold. So I don't think he has too many of that. It'd be interesting to see what he does here. He just rips. So we can definitely have a full house, a flush, and the 6 high straight, right? And yet he still wants to pile it in for over 3x pot. I'm really, really happy to fold here. Like, I think it's one of the easier folds. Decky says, there's no limit. No limit? Right, I'm selling action for the 10k. Minimum 99% piece, markup 3.0. Nice. Well, good luck, Decky. Not in playing the tournament, but in selling that action. All right, so I'm going to go small bet to begin with. Well, that was easy. The nerfs right behind. Multi-way here, like, it's just a pretty easy check. We could get some value, but it's not like draws are going to fold, right? So we don't really deny equity by betting. And then we just make the pot bigger, and we just have a pretty weak hand here. So now it's just a really easy fold. Well, now it's super easy. I feel like I'm going to 3-bet fold here. So we can get better hands to fold here. Like Queen Jack off, Queen 10 off, Ace 9 off, King 9 off. So I think the 3-bet works well. You can flat here as well. I think that would be fine. He does fold. Down here with 6s, I'm just going to jam. He's opening from the button. This guy's not in the hand yet. So it's pretty standard here, 36 bigs. If you just joined the stream, we're just down to 2 tables. WCOOP 49, 253 left from 11,000 runners, and then WCOOP 22 phase as well. Lots of tournaments busted, 5 on the stream, and several more before then. Oh. The boots, Lisa. Got the boots. We're reasonably active, I think. Come on, Brito. Nope. Okay, let's see if we can get another 3-bet through. We'll take it. Decky's sold out in the 10K. Congrats, Decky. Good luck in the tournament. When you said 10K, is that the guarantee rather than the buy-in? You found an 8-game 10K guaranteed $22. So yeah, not a lot going on at the moment, guys. Got 2 tables, no hands, as you can see. Not a lot going on. Ace-5 off. Okay, you're going to defend. Oh, what a lovely spot to check raise. Bet small. Going to get check raised. And he's going to fold. So having the ace of spades here is just a dream. Because we block a lot of his continues, right? We got a huge number of Jack X hands, offsuit and suited. I mean, all the suited, but some offsuit all the way down to Jack 8 probably. And that's not a good card for our range. Much better for his because he's going to bet call some hands. But we do block the hands, right? So he's going to continue with like ace-6 of diamonds, ace-6 of spades, but the ace of diamonds is there now and the ace of spades. So it might actually be that bad a card, to be honest. Could be a great spot for us to check call turn and then potentially check call river like, because he's going to have all the spades now. King, queen of spades, king 10, king 9, queen 10, queen 9, 10, 8, 10, 9. So yeah, he needs to have like ace king off with the king of spades in this spot. So I mean, this hand could get dicey pretty quickly, but we're not folding just yet. Hardcore 5 of diamonds blocker here. I mean, it could be a pretty brutal spot, to be honest. Obviously, you can just have a jack, right? So I'm not sure I do actually want to call here. But we can have a full house. We can have trips. We can have a flush. It's a pretty grim spot, honestly. Like, is he taking this line with like queen 9 of spades? Like, what's he trying to get me to fold? Is he trying to get me to fold a 3? I just don't think that he's going to find enough bluffs in this spot. He's clearly won a WCOOP, but really nitty stats. He probably just has it, right? So yeah, okay, we block ace jack and aces, but I just don't see that he's gonna find it enough there. Bergen Lachat says hello. Hey, how's it going? So Burden says, good evening. I signed up for DTO Grinder. Is this enough to train, or do I have to take the high roller? I cannot, for example, simulate ICM hands or Grinder. Thank you for the answer. You can get so much out of the Grinder tier. You really want to be focusing on the really common spots. So button versus big blind. So any stack size, button versus big blind. Then low jack versus big blind to compare the two. Then you want to do like cutoff versus button to get some out of position practice in. And then low jack versus button to, again, compare the two, and then have a look at blind versus blind. I think that's going to be the best bet for you. So yeah, you can get really good at those bread and butter spots, the most common spots in poker. Don't spend too long on one spot. I would say, like, try and get good at lots of different spots. But yeah, there are some spots that are less frequent, and then there are more that are more frequent, right? So button versus big blind is a really important one, where ranges are wide and you can play a lot of pots in that spot. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about the ICM stuff just yet. Once you got into it, you could upgrade to the high roller for sure. Brendan says, I guess you're playing till the early hours. Well, in this WCOOP, it's only another hour and 34 minutes till day 2. We obviously just took a big hit with the ace-5 offhand. So we only have 17 bigs, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's only an hour and 34 minutes left. So yeah, we'll have a better idea at the next break as to where we're at. And then in the phase, it ends after 15 levels. We're only on level 3 though, so it's quite a long way to go. So yeah, that's what's happening with that. And yeah, on that note, guys, going to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, guys, we're back. Just reading about the England game. England players were racially abused during Thursday's 4-0 win over Hungary. So, what I don't understand, right, is that UEFA have already banned fans from Hungarian games, right? But because this falls under FIFA jurisdiction, they, you know, it's the fans can come back in, and they've just apparently been absolutely horrific. Right then, Queen's here, going to go for the raise. Okay, take it down, move to another table. Fold 5 deuce off. Read a bit more about what's going on. All right, so I'm getting a funny message from YouTube about the audio quality. So it might be that the audio's gone a bit funky again. So let me know, guys, if that's the case. Opening kings here then. 9-3 deuce, going to go for a small bet. So this is very different from like a 9-8 deuce. There's not a lot of cards that he has around the 2 and the 3. It would be a lot more around the 9 and the 8. So even though it's a low board, low unconnected board, they're very, very different. So it's definitely worth thinking about. He leads here. I mean, I'm just going to call. And if he bets, I'm going to jam. And if he jams, I'm going to call. And if he checks... I think I'm just going to jam, because I feel like if he is leading because he had a flush, let's say he has like Jack 8 of clubs, then he's going to really struggle to well, maybe he doesn't struggle to fold it, but we put him in a tough spot. But he just folds. All right, so 19 bigs with 213 left, an hour and 24 minutes left of day one. I feel like a lot of players are going to bust here in an hour and 24 minutes. It's like day two will have like 30 players left or something. 5's here. I think I'm just going to shove again. Like, I even think that he might not even call with 6s and 7s, which is amazing because they're two hands that are better than ours. But also we can just deny equity to a lot of hands as well. Like overcards, basically. And you couldn't see that hand. But so it was really good commentary of that hand. This is how it went down. This guy opened from the cutoff, we shoved, and he folded. Seven deuce off, probably just going to give this up. Going to fold 10-3. Well, it's all a bit dull, guys. Not a lot going on, is there? Not a lot going on at all. Might need some coffee at the next break to keep us going. Although, having said that, both of these tournaments due to finish about 12:30, which is perfect, I would say. So yeah, probably won't get coffee, but we've still got an hour and 20 minutes to get through. I'm just watching the stream back and I'm just like absolutely miserable. I'm just like this. All right, well, let's defend here with 10-4 suited. Ooh, flop a double gut shot. Might continue. No, against that size, though, that's a huge bet. Probably not. No, just going to fold. Might be a mistake. We'll mark it. Have a look later on, but I don't think so. We don't have 10-4 off there, but obviously if we did and we had a club in our hands, then it becomes, of course, a lot easier. So Adrenaline 213 has a question. Let's play this hand first. I can get some better ace highs to fold. We can deny equity. Just two random cards. So small bet seems fine. So he says, "Hello, sir. Can you explain me what FF from your HUD means?" So it means float flop. So it's how often someone bets when check two in position. It's like versus a miss C bet basically. And the last line there, SB call range. So this SB is the number here is how often the player raises from the small blind. And then check raise flop or total check raise. This is check raise flop. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we're at. 194 left in the $11. Locked up $49.55. All right, just a lot of folding at the moment, guys. Not much to talk about. Okay, well, I'm going to shove here. I guess you could min raise as well. We can get some better hands to fold here, which is always good. Like, not everybody can call with ace 10. Obviously, the big blind can, but you know the guy next to us can't just stick it the rest of the chips in with ace 10. Maybe not even ace jack. So something seems okay. So he's supposed to shove a lot of hands here. He's pretty tight though. I think I said this earlier on that I'm just not a big fan of, like, I mean here now I would, okay, if he jammed I would have called against the small blind jam. But yeah, I'd sooner be the guy shoving than the guy calling. Obviously we're only 183 left now, like it's, yeah, okay, we're not like final two tables, but we're still pretty deep into this tournament. Sevens here, just going to call. The mistake you can make here, I think, is jamming, because both, like, this guy's flatting range includes a lot of pairs bigger than sevens. So you got to be careful there. I would sooner shove like king jack suited in that spot, because then at least if he has a pair like nines, tens, whatever, we have okay-ish equity. I'm just going to call here with the original raiser still to act. With a set of sevens. Oh, it's beautiful. So the thing is now that if we call and a club comes, it might go check, check. I guess we could bet some turns. I don't think we want to raise here, but I don't think it would be unreasonable. That's a pretty nice card. Make it look like we have like 8-6. He snap checks back. Wow. What? I'm going to go for the inducing bet. But does he take the bait? That's the question. I think if we like had a misdraw here, we would just jam. He might have aces here. Oh, ace 5. Yeah. Oh well, that was unfortunate. Boat over boat. All right, well, we're back to just the $11. But yeah, just as I was saying that, I thought, yeah, well, aces would definitely check back this turn. But it's not that way. I mean, however you play that hand, all the chips need to go in on the river. We were just supposed to lose. That's all there is to that hand, really. Jack 9 here, I'm just going to fold actually. I think min raise is probably, this guy's sitting out though. I think this is maybe a bit loose because this guy can shove and then we have a pretty horrible spot. But like, how often is he going to shove? He's going to flat a lot. So, yeah, I think, oh, that's a shame. Okay, on to the next one. So 1 hour and 3 minutes. What I don't want to do is to try and make day 2, right? Just like fold into day 2. That's the worst thing to try to do. It's like when you play live as well and you're like, oh, I really want to bag here. But what's the point in bagging with like 1.5 big blinds or whatever? Like you just like really day 2 is just an extension of today's play, right? So I'm really not fussed about making day 2 here. Like I'm just going to continue to play. Like it might, maybe. Oh, it's a nice hand to pick up. It might be that we, through no fault of our own, we just end up with no chips at the end of day 1. But we certainly won't be folding to try and make day 2 so we can post on social media like, yes, we made day 2. Okay, good start. Right, we'll take it. It's a small one, but we'll take it. If he opens, I'm going to jam. If he opens here, I'm going to jam. If he folds, I'm going to jam. So basically, I'm going to jam. Ooh, unless he jams, and then I don't think I can call. I mean, the thing is, he's supposed to jam like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, ace 2, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5 suited, queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited, ace 8 off. Like, we're not doing that badly. I think I would call 3s in the big blind, but I think fold them here. Plus, there's 162 left, right? So it's not like we're playing for chips. This guy is saying something to me and I can't work out what it is. No idea. Let's see who's still here. Zimadine, Virgo Pros, UK Mac, Tiz Cloud, Theta Code Tomato, don't know if that's how you say it, SWPL, Squilg, Spike, Trap, Claire, Slasher, Sandalini, Megan, Judge Judy Slayer, JJ Rowe, Free Scarve. We've got a hand here. Oh, he just rips. Okay, well, you've got to assume this is not 10s plus, right? So we're not folding this time. We're going for it, guys. We're going to have a nice stack, or we're going to be out. Or maybe he's got the same hand. Or he's got 5. Let's hold. Let's hold. Great turn. We'll take it. We will take it. We're up to 37 big blinds. 159 left. We are apparently 140th now. We can't be 140th. We must be like 80th or something. 93rd. We are 93rd. Pretty nice spot for us there. Where did we get to? So Freaky YOLO, Fast Deb, A.L. Berkowitz, Einsim, Commander Root, Aiton, Alfred Hitchcock, Alpha Wolf, and Adrenaline. Shout out to you guys for being here. "58 minutes until the end of day one." We have over 1 million chips as well for the first time in this tournament. Almost 1.5 million chips. I don't remember how many start. How much did we start with? 25k start with, and we're up to almost 1.5 million. We'll take it. We will take it. Shout out to Face It Solo for the follow. If you are watching and you're enjoying the stream, then hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, then make sure you subscribe as well. I can see we've got viewers on both YouTube and Twitch this evening, which is great. It's 11:30 here in the UK, and I'm feeling pretty tired. But we've only got an hour left of day one, so maximum we're going to play today is like until about half 12. So sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. So will day 2 be on Saturday then? Is that? Yes, September the 4th. Face It Solo says, any tips for someone starting micro stakes tournaments? Well, I mean, there's lots of tips, to be honest. I would say, like, work out whether or not you want to try to grow a bankroll, or you just have a budget, right? Don't mix the two up. That's the first thing. I think practicing good bankroll management is good, but if you're playing micro stakes, you know, your bankroll may be fairly small, and it might take quite a while to grow it, unless you play big field MTTs and you have a bink and you can give a big boost to the roll. So yeah, I would say work out whether you've got a bankroll or a budget, and then if you do have a budget, then just stick to it, right? So to recognize that you're going to have this amount of money to play with each week or month, and stick to that. But if you have a bankroll, you got to play within your bankroll. But what happens if let's say you put $100 on and you play micros, but it doesn't work out, you lose your $100. Can you put more money on? So kind of it ends up being the same thing, I guess. So Sandaline says you can't even call threes even if I was in the big blind. Well, that would have been a punt from me then if I was in the big blind with threes. All Reliable says Vamos or Vamos Missy Gazelle. By the way, what does it mean? Doesn't really mean anything. My friends know me as Gazelig. Yeah, kind of stems from that. I can't even remember whether Gazelig came first or this name came first, and then this name came. Yeah, I can't remember which way around it was. A long time ago now. So yeah, the name doesn't really mean anything. I don't know why it's Missy at the start. It was a long time ago. Maybe I thought that I was going to get less respect if I put Missy in my name. I don't know. Like, it's probably foolish, stupid, but whatever. Minty on Twitch says, Commander Root is a chatbot. Google it. All right. All right, King Jack off, probably going to defend. I think we can 3-bet like slightly weaker hands than this because we can get better hands to fold. So like he could be raising King Jack, so we can 3-bet like King 10 or King 9 some of the time because we can get King Jack off, King Queen off to fold. This should be a pretty strong range. I don't think we get to fold King Jack, but yeah. And we'll probably fold here. We don't close the action if this guy bets. We have the most 7x out of everybody, but you know we've got better hands to bluff with than this one. And we really were like, this is where like the ace-5 off earlier was good because the 5 doesn't really block their folding range, whereas the jack is going to block a lot of their folding range, right? Although it does it, Jack 9, Jack 10 continues anyway. So maybe it would work. Maybe it would work well as a check raise. But I'm fine with folding there. This guy just rips it in for 19 bigs. All right, all right. If it folds to us, we'll min raise. If it doesn't, then we're just going to fold. Hannah Disco says, good luck, good luck. Thank you, Hannah Disco. Okay, gonna go for a raise here, king queen off. Face of 3 bets. Don't have too many stats on this guy. Okay, well, that makes it easy. We have to make a decision. I think a lot of players, they don't 3-bet enough. I think in an $11 tournament as well, I might have even just gone for a fold there, whereas in higher stakes, I wouldn't. But we didn't need to make the tough decision. It's a pretty nice hand in the big blind. I think if we see any more action, we can just rip. 23 big blinds. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just going to rip now. This guy's could have flatted strong, like aces, but monsters under the bed for sure. So yeah, if I go to like 9 bigs, it's very rare for me to have a hand that I can ever fold. So I think I just rip it in here. All right, take it down. Take it down. Okay, so we're going to expect him to shove 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s, maybe 2s. So we're doing pretty well. I think he's going to induce with 9s plus as well. He has 9-8 suited. That's a set. Just fade the 10. Fade the 10. We do fade the 10. Up to 45 big blinds. 131 left. 45th, are we? We are 45th in this tournament. 8-7 suited here. Going to go for a raise. I'm just going to min raise because this guy could jam. I'm going to risk more than we need to. Okay, snap fold. All right, next hand. Gonna fold. Some people's favorite hand. Oh, look at that. We would have flopped trips. No, we wouldn't, because we were never going to play the hand. Okay, gonna fold Jack 7 suited. I think I would flat this on the button, but not in the cutoff. All right, well, back to folding a lot. So yeah, looks like it will break for the end of day one at midnight. So I don't know if it's 38 minutes of play or just in 38 minutes. It makes sense just to be 38 minutes, so that would be midnight. So we've got 4 minutes left before the break now, and then 30 minutes of play. And anything could happen in those last 30 minutes. We could go on a tear, an absolute tear, or we could be out, or we could just stay where we are. Or we could half-ass stack. Lots of things could happen. $126 left out of 11,000 players. There's $14,000 up top, and obviously the WCOOP title. Now I have just moved into this new place, so I haven't got the Scoop trophy behind me yet. But if you didn't know, I did win a 109 Scoop in April for about 41,000, so that was nice. And I got a trophy in July, August time, I think. So yeah, that'll be up at some point behind me. But as you can see, I mean, there's some bookcases there. There's a piano there. There's a mic here and a door there. But yeah, that's I need to get this room sorted properly. But there's other stuff in the house to sort as well. So I got to do that. I have a standing desk now as well, but I'm actually sitting down. So it's electronic, so it will go up and down. I can give you a quick demo now, but not that you'll be able to see much. But I need to be careful because the webcam's plugged in and the cable's not long enough. But yeah, so normally I would, every hour I would switch it between standing and sitting, and it's pretty cool. So 2.3x raise here. I think if anyone calls, I will just fold. I think it's a very common misconception, a mistake where you're just like, oh, well, I'm getting better odds now, so I should just call. But again, heads up, I'm just going to go for a call. And yeah, he should bet small on this board, like quarter pot, and I should just fold. Like, that's definitely not something that you want to be doing. I'm going to assume this player is not very good straight away. I can't see that half pot on this kind of board is good because we're going to have some strong hands that get to continue. Like, he's just basically making life easy for us. Whereas if he bets small, we have to fold a lot, so his bluffs don't cost very much. But also we have to continue more frequently so that he actually, he can actually value bet and get more value by using the small size. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to go half pot there. That's going to be the break, guys. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, guys, we're almost back from the break. Believe we've got about 29 minutes left of day one. This tournament has been going for 8.5 hours, although I late registered it at 6 o'clock. So I've only been playing for 6 hours. We start with the mammoth. King 5 off. Mike Mahara on YouTube says good luck. Thank you. Thanks, Mike. King 5 here, I think I'm just going to fold. Ace 4, going to fold as well, I think. So yeah, 27 minutes left, day one. So we're going to finish at 12:30. And then day 2 is on Saturday. So day off tomorrow, which is good. Going out for dinner, which is also good. Going to a really nice Chinese restaurant in North Leeds tomorrow. So that's pretty exciting. Also going to go and buy some new stuff for the house. Like a hose. I mean, living the dream. I'm going to go and buy a hose because we just got lawn or turf put down in the back garden. So I need to go and buy a hose so I can water it. So that's fun. Jacks versus queens here. That's I was going to say that's going to do it for jacks. We did have a few outs, but turn he was dead. Right, king 7 off. Going to fold. Should see a big bet on this board. It's a huge mistake to small bet. I mean, this is not a thing. But we are playing an $11 tournament, so let's not expect. I mean, I guess maybe you can bet small with aces, but I think really like it's such an amazing board for you. You've got all the sets, all the 2 pairs. You know, a lot of straights. You should just hammer it. Excuse me. I'm sure that was great broadcasting. So like this is, he has 5-3 of hearts here, and he has ace 8 off. Is that right? So he should go big bet here, and obviously hearts doesn't fold. And then he goes check, well, maybe check, and then yeah, maybe value bets the river, trying to get queen to call, or 5-3 starts bluffing, although maybe not on the 3. Although it's fairly tough for this player to not have anything, but he's opening ace 8 off here, so that's something we need to be aware of, because that's quite wide. Queen 3 off here. I'm just going to fold, I think. Let these 2 battle it out. All right, pretty easy fold here with king 7. Quick 4-bet jam. think button calls already if he had a call, so it's clearly folding. It's just Hollywooding now. Deuce 7 suited. Even though it's suited, guys, don't want to be playing this hand. You can defend it in the big blind. You could limp it in the small blind, but don't think there's any other spot where you'd want to open it. I mean, maybe when you've got a huge stack on a final table, you get to open a huge amount of hands. Maybe it makes its way in, but you have to be opening super wide for that to happen. It's quite a big bet. So if lots of money goes in here, I think it's probably just going to be boat versus boat. But they've both got a king, I imagine. Maybe Sweeney has like king 10, but I think king 10 checks back a lot. Why call the queen 10? Well, nines can just check back. Also, like, why are you betting big on the flop? I've seen enough. This is, I mean, it's not even a fun player. It's like a bad reg, right? Like just not thinking about things properly. Back to folding. If you just joined the stream, guys, we've got one table left. We are 113 left in WCOOP 49 low. There's, yeah, started with over 11,000 players. Down to the last 113. We are one of them. And first place is just over $14,000. And the WCOOP title, of course. All right, table change, 109 left. Ace king suited. Okay, well, I'm going to play for it all if we get the chance to. Our first hand on this table. I'm not sure if everyone... I know it wasn't... we just got moved to this table, so because there was a hand in progress. So it's not like everybody moved to this table. Okay, well, here we go. Classic flip. Let's see what happens. What a river. Come on. Well, better to be lucky than good, eh? We are 28th of 109. Let's go. I'm being a bit quiet now, guys, because my better half is now asleep. So I don't really want to wake her up by getting too excited. I might go for a check back here. Like if we bet, we can get called by queen 9, 9-8, 10-9, queen 10. Yeah, I think betting's actually okay. I'm sure you can bet or check. I don't think you do either thing pure. Goes for a check raise, and I don't know anything about this player. So I'll call one. Like, I don't expect him to check raise bluff enough. That might be a really good card. The kind of hands he checks raises though is like ace x of hearts. You have like a combo draw like queen 9 of hearts, queen 8, king queen, queen off. Obviously just got there. So he bets again. I'm really not loving life at this point. Like he can have a set fives, he can have jack 10, he can have ace jack. He has those hands. Jack 10 we have some outs against. I mean, yeah, we have outs against all of those, but really not loving it. So I'm just going to fold. And yeah, just I just don't think that he's going to have enough weak hands where we're like, okay, yeah, we'll just call with, third pair and a gut shot and get ourselves into a somewhat tough spot. Okay, well, we're going to be playing big pot poker here because the only action here is to go for a rip. This guy could just have a lot of 3-bet folds. We might even get this guy to fold some pairs. So we're all in. Could be a humongous pot at the end of day one here. Like it's over 100 big blind pot. 14 minutes away from day two. Although I said earlier, like day two is just an extension of day one. Get it through though. We get it through. 59 bigs. Let's go. 107 left. Okay, ace king versus ace king. Ace king has diamonds. Oh, diamonds could get there. Nope. Gonna chop it up. All right, get some big hands now. We had a lot of folding earlier on, and I think we've had ace king twice. Or ace king suited, ace king off. Now we've got ace queen off. Okay, it's going to induce against this guy. Yeah, that's it really. 3-bet to induce against. Well, okay, we'll just take it down. JB on Twitch chat saying decent river. I think so. Very decent river. Very decent river. Aiko Akio says, let's go. Good luck, Gareth. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we've been really active, but happy to keep going here. Using the RNG to play pretty aggressively. So we can get lots of better hands to fold here. We can get some ace highs, king highs, stuff like that. We have backdoor, like we block ace 9 of diamonds, ace 10 of diamonds. So you're gonna bet, we just get like ace queen off with no club to fold. Ace 10 suited, ace 10 of hearts has to fold. Like we just get lots of better hands to fold here. If he continues, he has some flush draw or like a pair. You can have like ace 6, ace 5. If he has those hands, that's great because now we've improved to beat those hands. So I think I'm just going to go for a check back here. I expect to see like a lot of check raises with like ace jack and then some flush draws as well. So you could have like 7s, 8s, 9s here. And those hands just fold. So I'm just going to go for a check back. Hopefully he doesn't have clubs. Hoping to see some checks here. I think if he bets, it's tough to find bluffs, right? So like 7, 8 gets there, clubs get there. He could just have had jack 10 already. So it's very hard to find bluffs in this spot. So I think it's going to be a pretty straightforward fold. Really don't see how we can call. If you can find some bluffs here, guys, then let me know. So take a bit of a hit there, is what it is. Like, don't really have any comments. Don't really have any comments. We obviously were up to 63 bigs. We had 3.8 million, and now we have about 3 million. So we lost about 11 big blinds in that hand. Never mind. Nine minutes away from day 2 now. We're 41st of 99. Still lots could happen. Wow, that was a really, really quick raise and a jam. Kevin's going to bust. All right, last 97. So within the last 100 players in this tournament, guys. 11,000 players started. It's been going for about 9 hours, 8 hours 52 minutes. We've been playing for 6 hours and 20 minutes. Pretty straightforward fold here with 8-3 off. I want to try and get in some more hands. You know, as I said before, like it doesn't matter about making day 2. Just an extension of today. If we bust on the last hand or we bust the first hand tomorrow, like it's the same, kind of the same thing, right? Question on YouTube: why not 4-bet to 19 bigs instead of shoving? You're way ahead of his 3-bet range. So the reason like 50 bigs that you don't get a 4-bet, like a small 4-bet out of position, is that it's like what size, you know, making it 19 big blinds, you're very rarely going to fold for an extra 30 once the pot's that big. So you're much better just having a jamming range in that spot. Okay, 5 minutes to go, guys, to the end of day 1. So despite me saying I don't really care about it, obviously I'm just letting you guys know. 5 minutes to go. So, yeah, anything could happen. Certainly not going to pass up any spots. You know, if we end up busting, that's cool. That's fine. We might double up, have like 90 big blinds going into day 2. That'd be pretty sick. Hong Duong on YouTube says, good fold on the river, the 10-9 suited hand, but I think c-bet sizing is too big. That's fair. I mean, I think we could get just a lot more folds. So like if we bet too small, hands like ace queen off, king queen off with a club get to continue. So by betting bigger, we get to fold some of those hands out. So I think it's, yeah. I'm interested to hear like why you think it's too big. Benji0989 says, what position are you in? So there's 93 left and we are in 40th. I can show you this. So we are in 40th of 93. And we've locked up $100. But we're shooting for first for sure. Hong Duong goes on to say, we want to see that barrel on the turn a lot and small size on the flop keeps a lot of snap folds on the turn. I mean, that's pretty true actually. Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, we'll mark it. I'll review it later. To be fair, if this folds around to the button, I would probably shove sevens, but doesn't feel great. It's going to flat here. 7 of diamonds. or close. See what size he goes. If he goes small, we can call. If he goes really big, we probably just have to fold. Yeah, we can call here. Having the 7 of clubs is nice. We can go run a runner for the flush, but also if we improve to a set, you know, it's not going to improve him to a flush. If he bets again, you know, around 7.6 bigs, it looks nice, then we're going to fold. Yeah, nice sizing from him. Easy fold on the turn. Move on to the next hand. Two minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left. So I think this might be the last hand. So I think this is going to be it. We can check the chat quickly. Is that it? No, it's not. We get one more hand. And it might just be a fold. But I think that's going to be it now. I can't see us having any more hands here. So I'm going to start doing the wrap up, guys. So we made day 2 in the lowest buy-in tournament for us today. Didn't have any success. Well, actually, no, we did cash the 109 version of this. But we didn't really have any success in the 22 or the 215 PKOs today. There was a 55 turbo as well. Didn't get anything going in that. So, yeah, and then played a whole host of other tournaments, not all of them on stream. But yeah, pretty nice to make a day 2. I know I said it throughout the stream. I was like, I mean, it doesn't really matter about making day 2, but, you know, if you make day 2, then you got a chance of winning the tournament. So, you know, mission succeeded, if that's the right word, for the day 1, and then we'll see what happens on day 2. So we're apparently 42 of 91. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button and all of that jazz. And I may stream day 2, but I don't want to promise anything. So yeah, if you're watching the highlights, then you'll either get day 2 action now, or you'll get the result. So who knows what's about to happen. All right, so on that note, guys, take care. See you soon. Ciao.